chosen one. If you are hearing this right now, it is because you have been walking through a long, exhausting season of waiting. You have likely felt isolated, hidden away from the world, and perhaps even entirely invisible. There have been countless nights where you wondered if your efforts were completely in vain, pouring your heart, your integrity, and your faith into a void that never seemed to answer back. You have watched others take shortcuts and receive loud applause, while you remained in the shadows, doing the heavy lifting without a single word of recognition. But you must understand that this period of isolation was never a punishment. It was a divine setup. The universe had to hide you away to protect your growth from the chaotic noise of the world, keeping you in a spiritual incubator until you were strong enough to carry the weight of what is coming next. And what is coming next is a profound shift in your reality. A powerful person is about to step into your path and present you with a life-changing offer. This impending moment is not some random stroke of luck or a magical lottery ticket falling from the sky. It is the absolute, unavoidable harvest of every single seed you have faithfully planted in the dark. The world tries to convince us that success must be violently chased, demanding that we hustle until we burn out, scream for attention, and compromise our peace just to be noticed. But divine alignment operates on a completely different frequency. When heaven is preparing to elevate you, it does not use chaos or confusion. It moves with a quiet, undeniable authority. Think of how a harsh, bitter winter transitions into spring. There is no loud announcement when the seasons change. The frozen ground simply begins to thaw, and beneath the surface, roots that appeared dead are suddenly pushing vital life up through the soil. That is exactly what is happening in your life at this very second. God has been working behind the curtain of your circumstances, moving pieces into place, aligning the right minds, and preparing a specific individual who holds the key to your next chapter. Your season of being hidden is officially coming to an end, and the door that is about to swing open will bring a profound sense of peace rather than the anxiety of worldly striving. You have survived the winter, and now the ice is finally breaking. Look, when you hear that a powerful person is about to make you a life-changing offer, your mind might immediately picture a billionaire, a famous celebrity, or a high-profile executive standing on a stage. The world has conditioned us to believe that power is always loud, extravagantly wealthy, and completely untouchable. But you must unlearn this worldly definition if you want to recognize the blessing that is rapidly approaching your life. In the realm of divine timing, a powerful person is simply the individual who currently holds the exact key to the door you have been praying to walk through. This person might be an unexpected mentor who suddenly sees your hidden potential, a quiet investor looking for a trustworthy partner, a hiring manager who is exhausted by the usual candidates, a creative collaborator with the missing resources you desperately need, or even a past connection whose own life has recently shifted into a position of influence. Their true power does not come from their social status or their bank account. It comes from their specific, divine assignment to become the physical bridge between your long season of waiting and your new season of harvest. God consistently uses human hands to deliver heavenly blessings, and this specific individual has been carefully positioned to play that exact role in your unfolding story. You might be asking yourself why this person would choose to extend such a massive opportunity to you out of a crowd of seemingly more qualified, louder, or more visible people. The answer lies in the spiritual law of divine magnetism, that people who sit in positions of true influence are constantly surrounded by overwhelming noise. They are exhausted by opportunists, drained by transactional relationships, and tired of individuals who wear fake masks just to get ahead. They have seen enough superficial charm to last a lifetime, and their spirits are starved for genuine authenticity. What they are desperately searching for right now is the exact set of rare character traits that you were forced to build during your dark and lonely season of isolation. Your unmatched integrity, your quiet resilience, your fierce loyalty, and your deep humility are currently glowing like a beacon in the spiritual realm. This powerful person does not just want to help you. They actually need you. You must understand that you are not a charity case being handed a lucky break out of pity. Skark, you are the missing piece to a complex puzzle they have been trying to solve for a very long time. When this person finally extends their life-changing offer, it will be out of a profound, soul-level recognition of your true value. They will look at your character and see the exact solution they have been waiting for, proving once and for all that every lonely battle you fought to protect your good heart was actually preparing you to stand confidently in this exact room. Chosen one, before you can fully step into the blessing that is rapidly approaching, we must address a silent wound you have been carrying deep within your spirit. It is the invisible trauma of the waiting season. When you have been struggling for a seemingly endless amount of time, constantly met with closed doors, unanswered prayers, and delayed promises, your mind actually rewires itself to expect disappointment. You unknowingly slip into a state of emotional survival mode. In this heavy, guarded space, hope stops feeling like a comfort and starts feeling like a dangerous liability. You become terrified to believe that something truly good is finally happening to you because your past has conditioned you to brace for impact, constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. You might even find yourself subconsciously pushing away good news because the pain of losing a blessing feels far worse than never receiving one at all. But to step into the room that God has prepared for you, you must first break the psychological chains of your past disappointments. To understand the profound shift required of you right now, think of the ancient story of Joseph. He was a young man given a beautiful, divine dream of his future greatness. Yet his reality quickly became a nightmare. He spent years stripped of his identity, betrayed by his own blood, and locked away in a dark, damp prison for a crime he never committed. Imagine the intense psychological toll of waking up every single day in a cage while carrying the promise of a kingdom in your heart. Yet, when the Pharaoh finally called for him, Joseph was not given a month to transition. He went from a forgotten, dusty prisoner to the second most powerful ruler in Egypt in a single day. He had to instantly shed the trauma of his waiting season, wash the dirt off his face, and step into his royal authority without letting the bitterness of his past poison the miraculous blessing of his present. You are currently standing on the threshold of your own prison to palace moment. The divine creator did not keep you in the waiting season to punish you or because you were unworthy. That dark, lonely period was a character incubator. The life-changing offer that this powerful person is about to bring carries an immense weight of responsibility, influence, and sudden transition. If you had received this blessing prematurely, before your character was fully forged in the fires of patience and resilience, the sheer weight of it would have crushed you. Now, as this massive door swings open, you must give yourself permission to heal. You must actively command your mind to release the fear of sudden disappointment. The test of endurance is officially over, and you have passed with flying colors. It is time to let your nervous system finally exhale, trusting that this new season is not a trick or a temporary illusion, but the solid, unshakable reality you were always destined to inherit. Chosen one, there is a dangerous misconception in the spiritual world that faith requires nothing more than passive waiting. Many voices will tell you to simply sit back, close your eyes, and wait for the universe to magically drop a life-changing opportunity into your lap. But true divine alignment demands much more from you. It requires the profound realization that faith without works is entirely dead. The universe will never do for you what it has given you the power to do for yourself. When the powerful person we have been speaking of finally crosses your path with an insane offer, they will not be looking for someone who is merely hoping for a lucky break. They will be looking for someone who has already been actively doing the heavy lifting in the dark. You cannot passionately pray for a massive, transformative blessing and then refuse to prepare your life to receive it. You must meet the opportunity halfway. Ask yourself a very difficult and honest question right now. If that powerful person were to walk into your life tomorrow morning and offer you the exact door you have been crying out for, are you actually ready to walk through it? If an investor asks to see your vision, is your plan organized and clear? If a high-level mentor offers you 1 hour of their precious time, do you have your questions prepared? Or will you waste the moment trying to figure it out on the spot? If you are suddenly given a massive platform to showcase your talents, are your skills sharpened to their absolute highest potential? Preparing for your blessing before it arrives is the ultimate demonstration of your faith. You do not wait for the storm clouds to gather before you decide to plow your field. You plow the dry, cracked earth when the sky is completely clear, sweating in the heat of the sun because your faith dictates that the rain is already on its way. This is your immediate call to action. You must begin getting your house in order right this very second. Polish your work, refine your unique talents, and organize the chaotic areas of your physical, financial, and digital life. But even more importantly, you must clear out your internal, emotional clutter. Heal the lingering resentments and forgive the people who severely overlooked you during your dark waiting season. Carrying that heavy, a bitter baggage into your new chapter will only exhaust you when it is time to sprint through your newly opened door. Begin speaking, acting, and preparing, as if the life-changing offer is already sitting on your desk, just waiting for your signature. God in divine wisdom will always provide the supernatural favor, the perfect timing, and the powerful connection. But you must be the one to actively step over the threshold. Heaven has prepared the room, but you must prepare yourself to sit at the table. Chosen one, there is a profound spiritual law that you must understand as you prepare for this life-changing offer. Right before a massive, destiny-altering blessing arrives, a counterfeit opportunity almost always appears first. This is the ultimate test of your discernment. When you have been starving in the waiting season for so long, any crumb can look like a feast. The chaotic energy of the world will often present a shiny, golden trap designed to derail you right before you reach your true finish line. How do you know if the powerful person stepping into your life is delivering a divine blessing or handing you a disguised burden? You must learn to recognize the clear distinction between the red flags of a trap and the green flags of a genuine spiritual alignment. A counterfeit opportunity always relies on the energy of panic. It comes with rushed timelines, demanding that you act immediately or lose out forever. It creates a heavy, anxious knot in the pit of your stomach, masquerading as excitement, but actually functioning as a warning alarm from your intuition. A trap will quietly ask you to compromise your core morals, bend your integrity, or shrink your authentic self just to fit into a room you were never meant to stay in. Imagine a desperately thirsty traveler who has been walking through a scorching desert for days. Suddenly, they see a shimmering pool of water in the distance. Because they are operating out of pure survival and desperation, they run toward it, ready to dive in, only to realize it is a mirage. If they throw themselves into the hot sand, they will only exhaust what little energy they have left. But if they pause, breathe, and consult their compass, they will realize the true, life-saving well of water is actually just over the next ridge. You must be that wise traveler right now. Do not drink the sand just because you are tired of being thirsty. When the true life-changing offer arrives from the actual powerful person God has prepared for you, it will feel fundamentally different from the mirage. It will not require you to sacrifice your soul or your peace of mind. A genuine divine blessing will align perfectly with your deepest values. It will absolutely require hard work, focus, and effort, perhaps even intimidating you with its massive scale. But it will never drain your spirit. Instead of chaos, it will bring a profound, anchoring sense of inner calm. The right person will respect your boundaries, celebrate your true identity, and encourage your growth rather than demanding your silent submission. Trust your spiritual compass. Refuse to settle for the shiny counterfeit, and confidently wait for the door that opens with absolute, undeniable peace. Chosen one, as the final door of your waiting season swings open and you lock eyes with the powerful person holding your life-changing offer, a deeply familiar enemy will immediately attempt to sabotage your mind. This enemy is the insidious whisper of imposter syndrome, disguised as the sudden shock of unexpected success. In the exact moment your long-held prayers manifest into physical reality, your ego will play a cruel trick on your spirit. It will quietly scream that there has been a terrible mistake, that you are fundamentally unqualified to be sitting at this new table, and that the profound blessing placed securely in your hands is meant for someone else, someone smarter, louder, or more experienced. You will find yourself constantly looking over your shoulder, terrified that you will be exposed as a fraud, even though you have earned every single right to walk into this new season. Because you have spent so many years battling from the very bottom, fighting through closed doors and empty rooms, your nervous system simply does not recognize the pure, unadulterated feeling of victory. The overwhelming shock of sudden success often feels exactly like the paralyzing fear of failure. To break free from this powerful psychological trap, you must actively rewire the core narrative you tell yourself about your own worthiness. The divine wisdom that has guided you through every dark valley does not operate like a worldly corporation. The creator of the universe does not carefully examine a polished resume before deciding who is worthy of a miraculous breakthrough. He does not call the qualified. He profoundly qualifies the called. Mark, if the universe has carefully arranged the circumstances, aligned the right people, and placed you squarely in the middle of a destiny-altering room, then you unequivocally belong in that exact room. There are no cosmic accidents in your life. You are not a charity case or a mistake waiting to be corrected. But you must be willing to do the hardest thing a chosen soul is ever asked to do. You must simply accept grace. For years, you have been the one relentlessly giving, serving, surviving, and pouring your energy out for others while asking for almost nothing in return. You are a master at offering help, but you are terrible at receiving it. The universe is now asking you to radically shift your posture from one of constant survival to one of pure, joyful reception. Do not apologize for your newfound success. Do not try to immediately pay for the massive blessing you are about to be handed, and do not shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable with your elevation. Open your hands, Lift your head. Quiet the terrified whisper of imposter syndrome, and step confidently into the life you have always known you were meant to live. Chosen one, as you stand on the precipice of this massive life transition and prepare to accept the life-changing offer from the powerful person placed in your path, there is one final, vital truth you must anchor deep within your soul. The divine universe is not handing you this extraordinary blessing simply to make your life comfortable, to inflate your ego, or to give you a permanent vacation from the struggles of the world. While you absolutely deserve the peace, stability, and joy that are about to flood into your reality, the deeper purpose of this elevation goes far beyond your own personal success. You are being lifted out of the shadows and placed into a position of influence, wealth, or power for a highly specific reason. This is your ultimate spiritual mandate. The universe is blessing you so that you can become the blessing. The powerful person who is currently opening a door for you is acting as a bridge to your future. And once you cross safely to the other side, your divine assignment is to turn around and become that exact same bridge for someone else who is still trapped in their own dark season of waiting. Because you have known what it feels like to be overlooked, underfunded, and exhausted by closed doors, you possess a rare, profound empathy that people born into easy privilege will never understand. You now have the spiritual eyes to spot the hidden talent, the quiet integrity, and the desperate hope in others who are currently walking the lonely path you just survived. When you finally take your seat at the new table, you must refuse to pull the ladder up behind you. Instead, you must use your newfound resources, your platform, and your influence to send the elevator back down. You are called to be the unexpected miracle in someone else's life, fulfilling the beautiful, endless cycle of divine grace. As this message comes to a close, I am not going to ask you to type a random sequence of numbers in the comments to prove your faith. True faith does not require a digital receipt. Instead, I ask you to make a quiet, unbreakable vow within your own heart right now. Promise yourself that when the blessing arrives, you will remain deeply humble, you will keep doing the hard work, and you will keep your eyes open for the next chosen soul who needs your help. If you are truly ready to walk this higher path of purpose, hit the subscribe button and join this community of authentic, purpose-driven souls. Your waiting season is officially over, and your time to change the world has finally begun.